Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to our weekly live show. I am Fabiana Claure, pianist and business strategist for musicians. I'm the founder and CEO of the Musicians Profit Umbrella, a global business mentorship program that helps musicians and creatives understand how to build, grow, and scale their music businesses online so that they can win back their time, increase their rates, and create a lifestyle and a business that gives them the financial and artistic prosperity without sacrificing their quality of life. Today, we're talking about a topic that is super, super interesting, and I love diving in because I hear this so much in musicians. Like, how do I set myself apart? How do I know that the competitors are not going to just like shadow me or do all of these things? How do I feel comfortable in sharing what I'm doing without having fear of it being, I guess, copied or mimicked? And, what if too many people are already offering the services that I'm trying to provide? And so today we're going to demystify all of those, I guess, limiting beliefs or perhaps a scarcity mindsets that sometimes musicians have that stop them from really diving into their fullest potential. Today, we're talking about ways to differentiate yourself in the music business. So if you are joining me live, let me know where you are joining me from. And let's talk about this because this is something that when we are going through the process of becoming professional musicians and training ourselves and going through school and academia and everything, in a way, we're taught to blend in. We are taught to fit in set into certain standards. We are encouraged to try to be as similar as we can in order to fit in, right? And for musical development, for artistic excellence, I can understand why having certain standards that people need to look up to in order to get to the next level is a good thing. I think it's important to have benchmarks of progress and a continuation line of achievement so that when you're going through a specific level of development in your musical career and your musical skills, you know where you need to go next. And then you try to get to that next level and so forth and so on, right? But when it comes to business, when it comes to building your career as a musician, you no longer need to be feeling that you need to fit in, that you need to get to the standard where you're going to be like anyone else. You actually want to embrace the fact that the more you can set yourself apart, the more you can develop your unique voice and your unique methodology, the easier it's going to be for you to ultimately attract your dream clients and work in a way that makes people know not just how good you are at what you do, whether you teach an instrument, or you sing or you write music or you curate performance opportunities for others. It's really about who you are as a human being. The way to differentiate yourself, I always like to bring it around your humanity. If you can define your brand in a way that make it clear, that allows people to understand what is the overarching way in which you help people. And you may have many different areas of interest, many different specialties, but you being able to unify all of your experience and all of your skill sets into a specific offer, into a specific message that is not just based on your skill sets, but really based on your journey, based on your life. That's how you differentiate yourself. That's how you're like, no one can really copy what you're doing. And I was just talking about this in a call with a client a few moments ago, where we were looking at potential ideal clients for her online music business. And as she was looking at, like this type of population or this type of population, suddenly the initial concern of like, oh, I think if I target this population, there's a lot of competition on that population. So I may want to not do it. And I told her, listen, do not worry about the competition. Forget about the competition. Like, don't let competition be a reason for you to step down or not to choose a specific niche, right? Because if you are strategic in building a brand and building a business that is based on your humanity, based on your life, based on the journey that you've gone through, that you've had to overcome in order to create this way of serving, in order to develop this unique methodology, this framework, this perspective, so to speak, then it doesn't really matter whether or not you have competition. What matters is how clearly can you articulate what makes you unique, right? That's the bigger question, not whether or not there's competition around you, Even if you find that at some point you're going into a niche or in a field where you're like, oh, there isn't much competition here, there are not a lot of people doing this in this way, I want you to always know that in the eyes of your competitor, in the eyes of your potential clients, they will always have options. Like if you feel you don't have competition, that means you don't understand enough about your niche. You don't understand enough about your market. Why do I say this? I'll give you an example. When I started my music school, 11 years ago, my husband and I started our music school. And initially we thought, well, our competitors are, other music schools, perhaps private music teachers. Um, we kept our perspective very narrow and limited to just other music teachers. What we didn't realize is that in reality, when our students, which were young, many of them were young students and their parents, etc., would come and consider our school, our program for music lessons, they were competing not just against other music teachers, they were comparing us against, ballet, against soccer, against martial arts, against all the other afternoon after school activities that students could consider instead of music or in addition to music, right? So if you think about it, like we have competition all the time, everywhere around us. And I can go even further. If you are in the online space and you're building an online business and creating an online brand, your competitors are not only your similar businesses that may, be offering similar services or similar products, but your potential clients, their attention is split in so many different directions. If they go online, they get bombarded with advertising on like celebrity news, on the local news, on the weather, on what's happening in politics and the economy. Like it goes without saying in terms of product choices, service choices, medical services, even medicine. I mean, you turn on the TV and all you see is just ads of different types of prescription medications. Think about it. So people are always going to be potentially distracted, and there will always be competing agents for your client's attention. So then what you need to look at is say, okay, given that we are in a very noisy space and noisy world, whether it's specific to your industry, to your niche, or just the general attention span of your potential client, their general concerns, the way to differentiate yourself is by creating a brand that is personal based on your story, based on your belief systems, based on your unique traits as a human being, based on the things that you believe in and that you want to share about and that you want to get other people excited about, right? Based on the stories that have brought you to where you are, based on even your day-to-day reality. Like, believe it or not, people crave this sense of relatability, this sense of connection. When they see brands that are very established, very well polished, very well poised, to many extents, it sometimes pushes them off because they feel that you are just this unreachable, larger than life entity. So the good news for emerging musicians, emerging entrepreneurs, if you are establishing your brand online and you're in the early stages, first few years or so, or even in the middle stages, all you have to do is be more human. You have to be more human in everything that you show online. Embrace your vulnerability. Embrace your story. Embrace the journey that you're on. Don't wait till you have all your things sorted out and everything perfect. Let people in your world, wherever you are in your business development journey. I was just talking now yesterday with some of our brand new clients who joined our latest cohort for the Musicians Profit Umbrella Business Mentorship Program. And they were coming in, and we always start our sessions with like a win. We always have our clients share their wins for the week, what they've been working on, etc. And we had different wins, and one of our clients had a win that she had just raised her prices, and she was able to sell her first 2023 6-month offer for $7,000, where up until the recent call she had prior to this sale she made, her highest price was $6,000. So she was able to charge her first $7,000 package and get a payment in full for her 2023 program. And we were all just celebrating, like how amazing are these breakthroughs, these discoveries, these wins that our clients come in and share in our weekly calls. and how that raises the hope and the vibrational, you know, spirit of the entire group, just seeing how these things are possible, how our clients who come into our programs are able to re-engineer the way they serve, win back their time, raise their rates, get paid in full, confidently stand in their authority, and share the value that they can provide in their services, whether they're teaching lessons. In this case, it was one of our clients who teaches instrumental lessons. And just to see that these things are possible gets everyone super, super excited. And so some of our brand new clients who were just joining in our call for the very first time, they were like all fired up. And they were like, I want to do this. I want to know the strategies. I want to go in and dive deep into the trainings. I want to learn all about how do you do this? What's the magic in this program that allows us to see these types of results that we're seeing? One of our program members just share this win, right? And they were so like, we want to go and build our offer, and we want to polish it, and we want to refine it, and we want to just go in and do all of this kind of like work in a way, in a vacuum, in order to present it to our audience and start getting these results. And I told them, you're thinking about it the wrong way. The first thing you're going to need to do is realize that in this process of building your business, you're going to need to start bringing an audience to you. You're going to need to start creating that buzz, the momentum, right? You're going to want to start letting people know that you're onto something. Even if you're still in the process of creating it, it's okay. You don't need to just get into a vacuum, right? This is not like performing for your next concert where you're in the practice room on your own, drilling and drilling and drilling and drilling until you get it right so that you can show on stage one day and perform. No, the process of building your business needs to be a collaboration. You need to be letting your audience know about what you're doing and asking questions about how you could help them. What would they want from you? And as you're building this and refining your business, re-engineering it, you need to let them know, bring them into your journey. And it does not have to be once you have everything figured out, right? And just that very act of being vulnerable, being open, while you're creating your brand, while you're redefining the way you work, is going to create enough of a following, enough of a interest and curiosity in the people around you, so that once you have your offer defined, you're excited, you're ready to present it, people are already warmed up. They are excited about it. They can't wait to know more details, but they've been a part of your journey. You see, you've made yourself more human. So I think the way I want to wrap up today's live show, our session today. Hello, Jeremy. Good to see you. Thank you for watching. You're writing, there's always someone who does things in different ways. It therefore must be worth looking at every point of others' psychology. Absolutely. Honesty is always the best policy. Thank you, Jeremy. I love that. That's a great comment. Yes, 100% agree. So as we're wrapping today's training, I want you to think about this. If you are worried about what would set you apart in the music business, how can you really set yourself apart? The magic is inside of you. All you have to do is stop looking at other people, stop worrying about what other people are doing, and ask yourself, how can I embrace my own story? How can I embrace my own journey? How can I be more deliberate in the way I open my journey to the world while I'm in it, versus think that I need to always show up when I'm polished, when I'm perfect, when I have everything ready, all my I's dotted and my T's crossed? How can you embrace your humanity in the process of building your music business and scaling your music business? That is how you are going to set yourself apart. That is how you will be irreplaceable. That is how you are going to become a category of one in your industry, no matter what service you end up providing in the long run. Okay. So I want to invite you, if this resonates for you, I want to invite you to connect with me. I'm opening up my calendar. I have a handful of spots for next week. If you want to talk more about how this could be done in your specific business, and you're curious about, what are some of these strategies that, as I shared earlier, have allowed my client, to get that type of $7,000 win in just one client with one sale, I'm going to invite you to connect with me. I've opened up a few spots in my calendar. I would love to have a chance to, have a conversation, support you, give you some ideas, some roadmaps to potentially help you get results in 2023 and come into the new year with more clarity. I'm going to put the link under here. Just go to fabianaclaure.com/connect. And you'll be able to see all the details and book yourself into my calendar. I would love to offer you this opportunity to have a conversation around where you are in your business, what are potentially the opportunities for improving your differentiators, in strengthening your brand, and giving you that clarity to jump into 2023 with full momentum and hopefully a strategy on better positioning the way you work, better differentiating yourself in the highest, moment of the year. January is historically one of the highest seasons for new people to make investment decisions, to decide to learn music, to decide to lose weight, to make all these New Year's resolutions. If you are a musician entrepreneur, you want to grow your business in 2023, you want to make sure you have these pieces in place by then. So this is my invitation to you. Let's get on a call. I would be happy to have this conversation completely free of charge as a way to help you just gain clarity and explore how you could apply some of these strategies in your business. Thank you for watching, and let's prosper together, everyone. Take care.